All right, welcome back to another reaction, ladies and gentlemen. We got a good one for you today. We'll be reacting to Uncut Hoops, the truth about Prime Larry Bird. This is a video that was requested multiple times by people in my comments, subscribers. So shout out to you for recommending it. And without further ado, let's jump right in.
At the other forward in his 7th year from Indiana State and number 33, Larry Bird.
He was the toughest player I ever had to guard and I had to play against. And the reason for it, he's 6'10". Hit the three-point shot.
Yeah, so we got confirmation. We do have confirmation. He is 6'10". If he's 6'10", would you still consider him to be a 7-footer? Because, I mean, he's a couple inches shy of 7 feet. But 6'10", we got a confirmation. I honestly thought he was 6'9", to be honest, but 6'10". Now this makes me view him differently now. 6'10", being able to handle the rock, being able to score, of course, being able to rebound because of his height and effort. But him being all-around player at 6'10", that's unbelievable.
He can post you up, and he can see over the top of you at 6'10", so he can always pick you apart with the pass. And he was a great rebounder as well, and putting the ball on the floor in the open floor.
A lot of young kids will say, I'm going to be a great athlete. Well, that's your first mistake. A great athlete going to give you a lot of oohs and ahs. Great basketball player going to beat you every night. That's who Larry Bird was.
Ooh, wow. Hold on, let's go back just a little bit. Just a little bit. That was a great way of saying it.
I'm going to be a great athlete.
Putting the ball on the floor in the open floor.
A lot of young kids will say, I'm going to be a great athlete. Well, that's your first mistake. A great athlete going to give you a lot of oohs and ahs. Great basketball player going to beat you every night. That's who Larry Bird was.
All right. He just said a great athlete. So, guys, comment down below. Let me know. What is the percentage of modern NBA players that wants to be great athletes, right? The oohs and ahs. Or also, hey, I want my contract, I want my money, versus great basketball players. What's the percentage? Give me, is it a 70-30? Is it a 60-40? Is it a 80-20? There's not too many players, great basketball players, right? Majority of the time, it's all like selfishness. Oh, let me get my points. Let me get my stats. Oh, individual accolades versus team accolades and all these other things. Like, comment down below. Let me know.
Give the basket to Willis. Bird, great up fake.
If they can keep up this tempo, Atlanta, Dominique is going to have a big night.
Dominique fell down. Right back at the Hawks. They go low to Bird. Gets the double team. Wants it.
Come on, man.
If you were writing a book about basketball, the piece I saw would merit a chapter or two. But ask any basketball expert, and they'll tell you that if you're rewriting the story of basketball, the author, Larry Bird.
When it comes to the career of one Larry Joe Bird, he's universally regarded as one of the best players of all time, most impactful, as well as influential. For guys like Bird, Magic, and Jordan, what they did in the 80s and 1990s cannot be underrated. Now, one thing that can be underrated is those guys' overall skill sets. And looking at Bird first and foremost, a lot of Bird's stats and numbers, yes, they are available, but the more advanced analytics, advanced numbers simply didn't exist and they weren't tracked.
That's a damn shame.
Now, luckily for you guys out there, I'm a basketball psychopath who loves NBA history. So looking at Larry Bird, I did the past month, I watched the entire 86 playoff run, 18 total games, and tracked all of Bird's advanced stats, metrics, and data nobody's ever thought to uncover.
Well,
Excuse me. Hey, shout out for this content creator to actually do that.
We're waiting.
So when it comes to 86 Bird, this guy undoubtedly one of the best players of all time, and in my view, the best small forward peak we've ever seen. As Bird at this point was a 3-time MVP all consecutively, one of the best shooters in the game, passers, rebounders, as was fourth quarter players. And looking at his postseason run, if that wasn't impressive enough, Bird's overall production went up come playoff time. As that year's playoffs, 25.9 points, 9.3 boards, 8.2 assists on impeccable shooting splits, along with 2.1 steals. Larry Bird's raw stat numbers were highly impressive, as looking through NBA history, at 25 8-8 playoff runs, this run 86 was the first of its kind. And since that date, only 3 players since then have joined him in his elite company.
25 8-8 playoff runs. Playoff runs. Of course, there's similarity with these players. They almost have the identical skill sets. 3 of 4 are NBA champions. Luka's in the mix, still young, still developing. And that's a unique list. That is a unique list of players right here. Larry Bird, LeBron James, LaFlop James, Luka Doncic, and Nikola Jokic. That guy right there. He gives me so much of Larry Bird and the modern NBA. Let me know down below if Nikola Jokic gives you glimpses, similarities, skill sets of Larry Bird and today's NBA. I love watching him, especially he's a center. He gives me the IQ. Oh, he may seem slow, right? People think Nikola is slow. He's not athletic, but that guy right there, he's always ahead of the play.
That being Jokic, Doncic, and LeBron James.
Not bad.
Now, where Bird really separates himself is in the efficiency category. As her high volume playoff runs at 54-90 splits, there's only 3 of them. Bird 86, Kawhi 2017, and Kevin Durant in 2019.
What? Kawhi Leonard. Give me 1 second. I got to use my phone. I can't remember 2017. Was that with the Spurs? No. Or was that with Toronto? I apologize for sidetracking just a little bit. I just got to see. I knew Kevin Durant was on the list of 50, 40, 90 with 25 per game. But Kawhi, wow. Wait a second. It was with San Antonio. Wow. Okay, that's a nice category.
Why Larry Bird's so unique and so special, he can stuff the stat sheet like Luka, Jokic, and LeBron, but maintain efficiency, whereas like Kevin Durant and Kawhi Leonard, who are primarily scorers and not asked to pass the ball nearly as much.
But Peterson may have nightmares guarding Larry Bird. What a pass to McHale.
He's going to go one-on-one. Oh, my goodness.
Trying to back in on Woolridge. Finds McHale cutting for 2 and a great pass by Larry Bird.
And they did in game 1.
Bird had the ball in good position and found the open.
Peterson, and then they forget about McHale. Let him roll.
As I'm watching these highlights, something just popped up in my mind. Look at these passes he's making. And the most physical defense was it. And in those eras, the 80s, the 90s. Imagine in today's NBA, the passing that Larry Bird will be doing in the modern NBA. His stats will double or triple. Man.
Easily into the hoop. When you get the ball in Bird's hands, anybody that has a half a step on his defender is going to get the ball.
Hey guys, I got some merch. We got some merch in the house. I'm gonna link it down in the description and also in the comment section. These were personally designed by myself, and also I worked with a graphic designer. Here are a couple of mock-ups as well. Jesus, the way, the truth, the life. That design was personally designed by me. Also, another design is this one right here. Jesus is the real king. That was personally designed by myself. This one right here is a personal message to men. We need Jesus. We need masculinity and godly men in the world, because it's going to be a better place. Fathers, husbands, we need order. The broken family is not working. We need to come back to the order, God's design. Here's this one, no pornography. It was an addiction that I dealt with, and I wanted to put it on a t-shirt. Here's this one, love. God is love, and because we love is because from God himself. And here's another one. Here's another design, fathers matter. I don't care what the government say. Of course, it's another message for broken homes. We don't want broken homes. Here's another one right here, and it'll be in the description box, and it'll also be in the comment section. So let's get back to the video.
86 Bird, he was pretty phenomenal. In this playoff run, on jump shots, 48% at over 220 attempts. When you look at LeBron, KD, and Kawhi Leonard in postseasons, who took at least 200 jump shots, here's their overall numbers in comparison to Bird. LeBron, in his playoff career, 8 separate times took 200 plus jump shots. In those runs, not once close to 48%.
Bro, ooh, this is disgusting. Oh man, this is disgusting. Ooh, those are some low percentages. Oh, come on. As great as he is, I would have thought he would at least be around 45%, 40%, but dang.
And peaked out in the low 40s. Someone like Kawhi Leonard only one playoff run with 200 plus jumpers in 2019. That percentage, 43.8%, well below Bird. Now looking at Durant, 7 separate years of 200 plus jump shots. Out of those 7 seasons, only one of them was higher than Bird, as a majority of KD's seasons are in the high 30s, mid 40s.
That's interesting. That's very interesting.
So Larry Bird right here compared to 16 different seasons from LeBron, KD, and Kawhi. Only one of those seasons out of the bunch tops Bird from 86. And it being Durant, honestly isn't that shocking, as Durant the jump shooter is absolutely phenomenal and lights out. But in the same vein, Larry Bird was equally as good, if not better, most seasons.
Remember when they was doing a comparison between KD and Larry Bird at a point? They were comparing the two. There was a debate between who would you choose, who would win in a one-on-one. Let's get that conversation started down. Who would win? Who would win? I'm gonna be honest, they're both good at the game of basketball. I'm leaning towards Larry. Let me know down below what you guys think about that. Kevin Durant versus Larry Bird.
See the game to come to this point after 30 some years, and teams are taking 35, a lot of them over 30 3-pointers a game, some 50. I just never anticipated that. When I played, I never shot that many. I've always used it at the end of the game. If you're down 1 or if you're up 2, you make a 3-pointer, demoralizes the team.
Celtics up by 3. Parrish gets it back to Bird, who takes a 3-pointer of his own. Gets it to Walton. Bird's 3-pointer. Oh, he bangs in another one.
I tell you, I played with him. I coached him. It would be a great...
Was that 3 in a row? Man. He's cold-blooded. Larry is cold-blooded. Hey, that killer instinct, man. Take your heart. Rip it off your chest. Damn.
Another home run.
the court.
In the 1980s for Larry Bird, taking threes, yes, it was acceptable, but it wasn't widely pushed as the primary weapon for offensive player. And for Bird, he wasn't just a three-point shooter, a long-range guy. Larry Bird's offensive game was at all three levels. Larry Bird in the mid-range, 56%. Catch and shoot shots, 48%. All post-ups, 64%. Fadeaways, 57%. And left-hand shots, 69%.
Yeah, these are some really good numbers. These are really good numbers. Mid-range jumpers, 56%. Catch and shoot, it's almost 50%. 48%, man. Post-ups. Fadeaways, 57%. Lefties, remember the game where he went 3/4 with left-handed shots? 70, almost 70%. And this was 1986. Some really good numbers.
Fadeaways, 57%. And left-hand shots, 69%.
Right back at the Hawks. They go low to Bird. Gets the double team. Wants it.
McRae on Bird. They isolate him one-on-one. Celtics like that situation. And a left-handed shot
Against McRae. He knows McRae is going to come back to his right hand. And he shoots it lefty to confuse him a little bit.
working against McRae now. Works his way in and gets the basket. Bird fighting through McRae.
Double pump.
Attacking his right hand, forcing him to his left. He can shoot lefty, but he much prefer to shoot right.
Double pump. And he shot it with the left. No wonder he's at 70%. This is why I've always thought to myself, like, I mean, you can have weaknesses, but don't only just use your dominant hand, whether it's your left or your right. Make sure you're able to use both hands efficiently. Hey, this is crazy. This is crazy.
Oh, beautiful.
Larry Bird, the scorer and shooter, could do it in a variety of ways from a variety of spots on the court. And actually, the go-to spot was in the mid-range, the in-between game. And look at those numbers, 76 of 135. Not just great volume, but also great efficiency. And looking at the rest of NBA history, since 97 the tracking data began, 125 players in this time period took 100 more mid-range jump shots in a single postseason run. Out of those 125, only 7 of them are above 50%.
Bro, what? Efficiency matters. That's why great players are able to control the pace of the game, the flow of the game. Similar like MJ's, the Larry Birds, the Magics, the who in modern NBA controlled Steve Nash, great point guard. I'm pretty sure John Stockton, Jason Kidd's, being able to be efficient. 125 players, but only 7 was above 50%.
Shooting. And look in the top 5, it's definitely pretty telling. 5th place, Durant 2012. 4th place, Durant 2018. 3rd place, Durant 2021. 2nd, Larry Joe Bird. And 1st place, Steve Nash 2005.
Man, I tell you what. Steve Nash, man, underrated point guard. Look at that. Efficiency. 58%. That's good. Those are good numbers. Durant, of course, he's a bona fide scorer. Efficiency matters. It's not all about like jacking up shots. I mean, with modern NBA, like I know the evolution of the game changed. It's less post ups, more. I just hate the jacking up 3-pointers. Like, what's the average of 3-point attempts now? Like 50. maybe 50 attempts or maybe more. I don't know. I just hate. I rather watch fundamental basketball, moving the ball efficiently, giving the ball down low to your best power forward, like Tim Duncan, giving it to your best center, Hakeem Olajuwon, et cetera, et cetera. Ball movement, but the jacking up the shots, man, I just like it.
Larry Joe Bird, and first place, Steve Nash, 2005.
Most impressive.
So once again, Larry Bird the shooter in some pretty great company. In the small forward position, a notch better than Kevin Durant at his absolute best. Now, staying with Bird's shot making, looking at catch and shoot jumpers, Bird in this playoff run was 48 of 100, exactly 48%. Tracking data for catch and shoot shots goes back to 2014. During that very selective time period, 41 players have taken at least 100 catch and shoot jump shots in that run.
Hold on. 41 players had 100 plus attempts, catch and shoot. I already know Larry Bird's on this list. I gotta say this. I have to mention this because that's why it's always good to be like an all-around player, because you're able to affect the game in different ways no matter what. The ball doesn't always have to be in your hands 100% of the time to affect the flow of the game. Players like Larry Bird, Steph Curry, he runs off ball. I love when you're able to work with the ball in your hands, but you don't necessarily need it to be a great player, because you could play off ball too.
Selective time period, 41 players have taken at least 100 catch and shoot jump shots in that run. Out of that list, Bird ranks 4th all time at that 48%. The guys ahead of him, Al Horford, Klay Thompson, and Jokic.
Julian cheated way in.
Jokic going to throw it up from way.
What more can we say about him? He's a Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of Famer, man. That guy right there. He's from Serbia. I love watching this guy.
Nikola Jokic. I would love to play against him.
Now, the last big part of Larry Bird's game was post-up plays, back-to-the-basket plays. In his playoff run, total of 52 attempts with 33 makes. If you look through all of NBA history since 2014, 74 players all-time have taken at least 25 post shots in a single playoff run. Out of that list, Larry Bird comes in 5th place with the highest percentage, only behind Siakam, Embiid, Tim Duncan, and then John Collins.
That's a good list. We already know Tim Duncan's a beast. That man is a beast. Embiid, his potential, if he could stay healthy, his potential is there. Siakam. So even John Collins is on this list. Surprisingly, man.
So that right there for Larry Bird in 3 different areas is the upper echelon of his peers in recorded NBA history. That again be mid-range shooting, catch and shoot jump shots, and post-up jumpers.
Reed starts out on Larry Bird, and his fall away is
Bird with 4, 3, 2. Got it!
Harris tries to go along the baseline, kicks it back to Bird. Bird fires, Bird hits!
I think he's almost created a different basketball type. He's a power forward and he's a quick forward, and he shoots like a guard. He's a creative guy.
Pointer no, Walton the rebound. Bird looking for his first basket. That's it.
When you depend on your superstar to get you 30 a game all season long, and all of a sudden, Bird.
When he's matched up against Rollins,
Bird.
He was special.
These memes are funny. Hey, he did create his own type. Did he do it intentionally? Of course not. It's just a part of his game, man. He let his game speak for itself. I'm thinking right now, he's 6'10", literally center height, handles like a point guard, shoots like a shooting guard. could move in the post like a small forward and power forward. That's basically 5 positions, all 5 positions in basketball. Come on, man. We can't say, man, this is good.
Larry Bird, the individual scorer and shooter, the most versatile player in league history, who was at the top of the class in nearly every single category. And ask yourself the question, how do you guard prime Larry Bird?
No idea.
Put a small, quick defender on him like Mitchell Wiggins. What does he do? He bullies them, gets around them, an easy layup. Put a bigger defender on them, then it's finesse game, pump fakes, get you out of your shoes, easy layup, easy jump shots. Then the final fail-safe, the athletic defender has speed, quickness, all the intangible tools on paper. Even guys like that, Dominique, Terry Cummings, Orlando Woolridge, them guarding Larry Bird, they're absolutely helpless.
3 minutes played in the game. Give the basket to Willis. Bird, great up fake.
Oh, this guy's brilliant. He's brilliant. Just mention that if you put a small player on him, it's gonna be bully ball, barbecue chicken. You put a big guy on him, he's elusive, he's agile enough. And you try to put an athletic person on him, it's not gonna matter because he's gonna shoot over you. That's as it was said in the beginning of the video, he's a great basketball player.
If they can keep up this tempo, Atlanta, Dominique is going to have a big night.
Dominique fell down.
Takes it. Got it.
Doesn't score a point.
Bird working on Wilkins.
Oh, that was a foul.
Yes.
Helping to create this win.
Bird. 36 for Larry Bird.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
They getting cooked, all right. It just makes sense. He's unguardable. Who can you put on him? Who can you put on him? I can't think of anybody, man. I'm gonna be honest. I'm thinking about Scottie Pippen. I can't think of anybody.
So that right there, Larry Bird torching players who are faster, stronger, more athletic, the better players on paper looking at physical metrics. And again, Larry Bird, the scorer, where's his weak point on the court? He can shoot threes mid-range, he can post up, he can catch and shoot, and he has to shoot free throws, is at 93% on the season.
Perfection.
Larry Bird being so flawless offensively, really having no weak points, made him a big-time threat in the fourth quarters, and the best clutch-time players the game's ever seen. And looking at 86 Bird, in the fourth quarters and clutch time, was pretty mind-boggling. In this run, 6.5 points per game, 2.1 dimes, 56% shooting, 64% from 3, and from the line, 85%. Those shooting split numbers right there are completely absurd and they are video game-esque numbers. But again, to compare to all of NBA history, it becomes even more impressive. As looking at recorded history, since '97, there's 48 playoff runs per player, average 6.5 points per game in the fourth quarter or more. Out of those 48 runs, only 15 of the players shot above 50%. And Larry Bird, he was in the top 3. The only guys ahead of him, Ant Edwards last season, and Giannis in 2021.
My teammates knew at the end of the game, if it's close, I was going to take the shots. They knew that.
Rockets have not crumbled. They've hung in there with a team on the bench. Bird going up. And a tie score. 12 ties and 16 lead changes tonight. Walton, who's been there.
How you leave Bird open? Bro, I was watching it the whole time. The way the ball movement came between Danny Ainge and Bill Walton right on this side. Man, hold on, give me 1 second. I gotta plug in the charger. Okay, look at the distance between. It's over. Too much space, number one. And that was good, two-man play between Danny Ainge and Bill Walton. But come on, man. If I'm the opposing coach, come on. We know who the best player on the court is. It's Larry Bird. Try to keep tight defense on him or double team. Even though Bird's genius and IQ, he's going to think of something. But I'm going to replay the play over again.
It hung in there with a team on the bench. Bird going up. And a tie score. 12 ties.
Now look, why are these two players sagging off of Bird? And then he's going to pass it down to Bill Walton. And look at the space right here between Bird and the defender. I know they should be able to trust Sampson. I think this is Sampson at the time to be able to hold off Bill Walton.
Changes tonight. Walton, who's been there before. Bird for three, hits, and the Celtics lead by 3, and who else but Larry Bird.
Yeah, they kept coming back, and Bird hit the big three-pointer at the end to sort of give us the cushion we needed.
Larry Bird right there in the fourth quarters by the raw numbers, one of the best players of all time, if not the single best pick for player in all of league history. But here's the added detail, those 2.1 dimes. At first glance, that might not seem like much, but looking at fourth quarter plays, that number is absurdly high. I mean, look at this list. John Stockton, Rondo, Kidd, LeBron, Luka, some of the best point guards, point forwards in league history. So Bird for fourth quarter scoring and fourth quarter passing is absolutely elite, the cream of the crop. But here's the one big detail. Unlike a lot of point forwards, many Luka and LeBron James, what does Larry Bird not do? Handle the ball 24/7 and be extremely ball dominant.
Pushing from the rear. Walton gets it off. You know, the Celtics have been around this score for quite a while. By Johnson.
He knows how to do everything. I'm watching these highlights. I'm watching his movement. Of course, with the ball, but I'm mostly watching without the ball. Either fighting for position in a post, filling out the defender. This is good. This is good.
Boston. Bird, easy layup. Celtics with a very impressive third period here in game 2. Bird, what a pass from Dennis Johnson.
I think he's thinking too much. And normally he would just catch that basketball and just dunk it or go in for the easy shot.
The game of basketball is pretty simple if the ball's moving.
Sure.
Now, the point guard can do whatever he wants to do. Instead of dribbling from one side to the other, back and forth. But he's an initiator. And if he gets that ball moving, that ball's moving, everybody feels a part of it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter where it ends up because it's always going to end up to the best player. You know? Sometimes that always happens.
Yeah.
But
ball has energy.
That's right. And you get that ball moving and good things happen all the time. It's a pretty simple game if you play it the right way.
Perfect until now. Celtics running. They have a chance here. 4-on-2. Bird to Parrish.
Look at that ball movement right there, man. Everybody touching the ball.
Effective offensively. It's a bad shot by Moncrief.
Out that way. Boston 2-on-1 and Webb is back. Bird is on Lloyd now, doubling on Sampson and takes the ball away. 3-on-1 for the Boston. Up ahead, Bird finds McHale.
When you have a selfless superstar like a Steph Curry or Larry Bird who don't need the basketball, the team's overall ability, their heights, get raised exponentially. And looking at Boston, Larry Bird's teammates, whether it be a Johnson, McHale, Parrish, heck, even a Bill Walton, those guys with Bird in his system were definitely maximized at their full absolute potential. Now, looking at Larry Bird's off-ball stats, his dribbling stats, these are pretty staggering and shocking. As looking at Bird's field goals made, a total of 171. Out of those field goals, 86 of them came with 0 dribbles, that's over half. 41 of those field goals, only with 1 dribble, 19 of them with 2, 23 with 3 to 6, and 7+ dribbles, only 2 made field goals.
hold on. These numbers. Hey, this is good. These are the stats that go unnoticed. Look at this. 0 dribbles. I had a commenter ask like, hey, how long does it take for Bird to get to what he wants to do? Either shoot or pass the ball. And it's a few dribbles. Look. 0 dribbles, 86. Field goals made. 1 dribble, 41. And then the more dribbles, you know, Larry Bird doesn't hold on to the ball too long. He just said it previously. The game is simple. Move the ball around. This is good numbers, man. What?
23 to 3-6 and 7+ dribbles, only 2 made field goals.
Boston Garden crowd. Larry Bird trying to get the Celtics on track. Bird over Banks.
Bird, Walton, Ainge, and McHale. 5 men on the floor for KC. Great.
Oh, nice pass by Bill.
Larry Bird got into dueling passes, and the rest thought it'd be fun. They came along with it.
4:20 to go here now in the third. Bird. Yes, sir.
For a young player to come in and get in the finals, doesn't understand the pressure.
When discussing the best point forwards in NBA history, of course you have guys like Luka, LeBron James, and then a Larry Bird. But the way guys like Luka and LeBron played, it was much more their show, their story, their hand on the joystick. For Larry Bird, a much more unselfish player who allowed teammates to thrive and do their own thing. Now, with that being said, Larry Bird, the point forward, the passing forward, in my view, the best of all time.
Away from the Rockets.
Level hits a three-pointer from the corner. And Ainge, releasing the other way, gets 2 of them.
I'm wondering, of course, I'm thinking these things happen during practice. It has to be. If it's not, if it doesn't happen during practice and it's all the feel for the game, then this is crazy to watch. His IQ and vision to be able to see everything. That was a quick full court outlet pass, man.
The Rockets still tentative, and there's a long pass to McHale.
Parrish, Ainge's three-pointer. Tapped by Bird to McHale.
Oh, what a play. Respect of all the teams. Their offensive rebounding, and Bird does it better than anybody, keeping it alive. Nice little tip down to McHale.
A couple of games and staying in the games. They haven't turned the ball over, but we haven't pressured their guards. They're vulnerable, especially when you
forward and center.
You could say he's we know him to be a great basketball player, but it's giving. I'm trying to find the proper words for it. You know what? I'm gonna just say it. It's him being a point forward, but then him being a quarterback on the court. Of course, knowing where your teammates is, but also passing the ball in areas where it's better for the teammate to be. I don't know if I'm saying that properly.
In college.
And the other way.
To the basket. Bird just hit him with a screen. Then gets it back to McHale.
Only 20 points in the second period. Is Larry Bird. Good pass back to Kevin McHale.
Wilkins outside with Bird. Bounces back to McHale.
DeMar.
Wilkins has got Bird. McHale's left alone.
none of them can shoot that well from outside where they should be going there.
Nice.
Power forwards.
Bird looking for the open man, finds him again.
Bird off a fake and a run back to Parrish. Bird gets
it. Oh, this is good basketball to watch. Oh man, this is fun to watch, man. The ball movement, the passing. This right here is the definition of fundamental basketball. You love to see it.
Bird
Much like Bird's scoring ability is passing ability, he could slice and dice from anywhere on the court with a variety of passes. And for guys like Dennis Johnson, Walton, McHale, I mean, he had insane chemistry with those guys, threading the needle, throwing lobs, and full court dimes on the money.
Well, is he good, Kramer? Oh, he's the best.
Now, for modern day fans looking at Larry Bird's passing, what they go to immediately is the stat sheet. For Bird's career, only 6 dimes per game, which in today's era is a mildly impressive number, but nothing staggering that jumps out as super impressive. And this right is a clear-cut example of stats being misleading. As looking at the modern era of basketball, the way assists are counted is completely fraudulent and wrong compared to the 1980s.
High up, and Bilal right now knocking down his first 3.
Lead is 6 for Washington. Cam Johnson.
Familiar, right?
Yep.
Last game, 40 assists on 44 made field goals.
Here's Smart. Beautiful vet move.
Over 19.
He had 17 points back on February the 5th against the Wizards. He was 3 of 9 from 3. Middleton got his hands on it and gets the steal. Bilal hustling back to get the basketball for the Nets. Here's Claxton trailing. Now trying to work on home. Keyshawn driving the baseline. Muscling his way inside.
That's terrible.
I'm not gonna lie. These clips that I'm watching right now is the first footages that I'm watching of this year. I mean, of this season's NBA games. Bruh. I can compare these clips to the ones that I watched with the Celtics. Totally different. Totally different basketball, man.
Muscling his way inside.
That's terrible.
So stopping that right there, every single one of those plays, an assist was counted and given on the stat sheet as a legit assist. A guy makes 2 or 3 moves after catching the ball, that's an assist. For someone like Bird in the mid-80s, specifically 86, only averaging 6-7 dimes per game, what does that do to? Not Bird being an inferior passer, but the scorekeepers being much more strict and stringent on what's an actual assist. For an example of this, look at Game 1 versus the Hawks in the second round. Bird on record officially only had 6 dimes, but he watched the game, very clearly had 8.
Loose Ames, bounce pass, beautiful to Bird in the middle, here's DJ.
The illegal defense.
McHale,
spot, you're going to get the ball. Not only get it, but you'll get it in a perfect situation to score.
Yep.
Just like that. I think he's thinking too much. And normally he would just catch that basketball and just dunk it or go in for the easy shot.
Parrish. Wilkins outside with Bird. Bounces back to McHale.
He and Moses Malone just seem to get all loose balls.
McHale scores coming inside. Still another rebound. Johnson breaks free.
There's the Boston break in the air with the...
I rest my case.
So that right there is clear-cut proof of the old saying.
He's bringing the receipts to the table. Let's get it. Let's get it. That's hey man. You love to see it. That's what's up.
Numbers never lie is indeed a pretty big falsehood. As looking at Bird right there, very clearly 8 dimes. What we got credit for was only 6. And you might say, looking at that, well, what's the big deal? Only 2 assists. They missed a measly 2. Well, not the case, and it is a big deal. Looking at the entire 18-game playoff run Larry Bird, his official assist count was 8.2. But if you add in the non-credited assists, what it jumps to is 9.8. And again, why is that important? In today's era, looking at stats and numbers, a 1.6 jump is a monumental deal for all your advanced metrics, which fans nowadays are absolutely in love with. And looking at that year's NBA Finals versus the Rockets, Larry Bird's official assist count was 9.5. Still very, very impressive. If you add in the assists that weren't counted, what it jumps to is 11.5. Mainly official record books, Larry Bird's assist count ranks second all time among Finals MVPs, only behind Magic and just ahead of Jordan in 1990.
There we go. This is the Trinity. Commodore mentioned that Trinity of basketball right here. Magic Johnson, Larry Legend Bird, Larry Joe Bird, and we got Michael Jeffrey Jordan. The highest assist averages for Finals MVP.
What
are you doing, George? I'm writing this down. This is good stuff.
So that right there for 86 Bird, a pretty good breakdown of his offensive game, shooting, and a little nuance that made Larry Bird the great player he was. But the one knock on Bird everyone always says is, on defense, he was subpar, and athletically, really couldn't cut it. And when someone says that, what they're really telling you is they haven't watched Larry Bird peak Larry Bird. As saying this guy was slow, couldn't jump, is just false watching the film. As looking at this year's playoffs, the guys Bird guarded were one Sidney Moncrief, an elite point guard, someone like Kevin Willis, a 7-footer, Randy Brewer, who's 7'4", and then on certain switches, would guard guys like Jordan and Hakeem Olajuwon and really hold his own pretty well.
Field gives the Celtics that 4-point lead again. Olajuwon fighting for the...
Forced the turnover. Come on now. Let's get it. The receipts is right here in front of us.
Loose ball, and he lost it thanks to Larry Bird. 3-1-21 Chicago in overtime. Jordan. And Bird got a hand on it.
Here he comes, Bird cuts off Jordan at the baseline. They turned him loose, pushed him underneath the basket. The ball, a pass out, hit the net.
Whitman and Webb in the backcourt. Inside, Livingston throws it away.
He isn't blessed with a great deal of jumping ability, but he's blessed with knowing where to put his body. He puts his body in the right part of the floor to defend. He has great anticipation.
Jordan up the floor for Chicago. They trail by 10. 2 remaining in the quarter.
McRae has McHale in his face. Bird against Olajuwon. Great play by Bird. Sampson guarded by Bird, but Bird doing a good job against him. Traveling called against Rowell.
Very aggressive defense.
The receipts speak for themselves, man. This is... Hey. Oh, we can't discredit his defense, man. His defense, his effort, positioning, his hands. Yo, he's the best all-around player.
Brewer was trying to post up Bird down low. He still is.
Bird out on Cummings.
It forces the offensive players to move without the ball.
The Celtics are playing scintillating ball. Go to work as the center. McRae get knocked away.
So look, when it comes to Larry Bird, the defender, was he Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, just locking guys down 94 feet? No, of course not. But Larry Bird, the defender, wasn't a negative on that end, and his overall team defense was a big-time plus. I was watching a ton of those clips. The way he gets in passing lanes, double teams, his help defense is top-tier, A-plus defense. If someone says Bird couldn't play defense, didn't play defense, what they're based on most likely is how he looks. If you know Larry Bird, that's the worst mistake you possibly make. As offensively, people did the exact same thing. And what happened over and over and over again? This quote-unquote slow, unathletic guy cooked them time and time again. On defense, kind of the exact same story.
They have a 4-on-2 opportunity. Lloyd to Sampson.
Offensive foul.
And to go to the half. Bird, the quick hand. Both of them have bounced around the rim and just haven't.
Come on, man. The evidence is in front of us. Whoever's saying he's not a good defender, man. Come on, man. The evidence is right here visually with our eyes. These highlights and more highlights show that he holds his own on defense, man. And then you telling me this is the era where defense was peak, not modern basketball. This era of basketball was peak. And people are saying, oh, the 80s wasn't nothing. The 90s weren't nothing. I don't know what they're smoking, to be honest.
The steal
Davis. Great defensive anticipation by Bird.
Lister's got Ainge in a switch down low. And Bird saw the pass coming to Cummings.
He's on the weak side. He's looking, steps out, knows that it's going cross court, just steps right back in. That's
He could play defense in the NFL. He's giving me that ball hawk. Like he has a good feel for the game. No, not a good feel. He has an amazing feel for the game of basketball. It's giving offense. He could play point forward / quarterback. On defense, it's given he could be a linebacker, defensive back. Like man.
what you talk about, the computer mind of Larry Bird.
Bird again to reach in.
On crazy. This is why Larry Bird's a great defensive ball player, because of his weak side and his team defensive play.
We don't know whether Walton will play in this game. Bird knocks it away. 6 on the shot clock. Hastings, good pass to contact, and a great block inside.
Whitman. No changes for the Celtics. Dominique. Blocked by Bird.
If you watch 86 Bird the defender, there's no way he's a subpar defender, even average defender. And look at the numbers, they back it up even more so. 86 Bird the regular season, first in defensive win shares. I repeat, first out of the entire NBA. Defensive plus minus, 9th. Steals, 8th, and finished 11th in all defensive team voting, 1 vote shy of making second team. Now look at the postseason, nearly identical. Defensive win shares, 2nd. Defensive plus minus, 3rd. And for steals, he ranked 6th.
Watched by McHale.
Yeah, the difference, they went up when it truly mattered the most, which is the postseason.
Bird coming over to double a lot. So they're in the scoring drought with 4 minutes and 46 to go. Akeem Olajuwon double, throws it right into the hands of Bird. There's a 4-on-1 break for the Celtics, and Ainge. Bird steals from McCray. Double with McHale. Peterson goes up. Wiggins there. Rockets.
We're in sudden death playoff at the Kemper Open. We'll update.
See some great defense by Larry Bird. You know, he's forcing them to shoot from outside, getting in front of Olajuwon.
Akeem knocked away by Bird.
The inbound pass till much too late, and here's Bird comes over at the last instant and knocks it away.
Time on the shot clock. Olajuwon with Bird doubling.
In the third, as he did in the first half, and another Rocket turnover.
And Ainge was practically taken off, but here's Bird hustling. I'll tell you, inspiration, there it is. When he goes down on the floor, the rest of them will fly through the building.
So that right there is the end of the video, and I'll say one last thing. When looking at the best small forwards and the best players in today's game, all these guys in one degree or another have a big time flaw in their arsenal. For LeBron at his peak, he was an athletic demon who could dunk on anyone. What was his big time flaw? Free throw shooting and his outside jumper. Someone like Kevin Durant at his peak, one of the best scorers of all time. But what were his 2 weak points? Leadership, passing, and rebounding. Then Kawhi Leonard. This guy's a two-way player, was phenomenal. But what's the one trait he lacked severely? Passing and playmaking, and being an upper echelon leader like a Larry Bird. My overall point is pretty simple. Larry Bird in his day in '86 was a 5-tool player who could do it all. He could score, pass, rebound, play defense, he could lead a team, play off ball, shoot the mid-range 3 to free throw, and hit a game winner if need be. As always, thank you guys for watching, hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.
Hey, great video. Great video. I gotta go back. I got a couple comments to make, especially with the NBA players that he just mentioned, of their caliber.
In their arsenal. For
LeBron, great player, great specimen. You get me? He has the accolades and things, you know. He got the championships, the stats, and everything. The only thing about LeBron is his shooting. His shooting. I don't know what he does in the off season or what he does, you know, whatever it is, regular season, or but does he takes the time to improve his shooting, his free throws, his mid range, his 3-pointers? Does he take the time to do that? I don't know. Also, his leadership. Great player. Great player. But his leadership. Right. What about his scoring in the fourth quarter when it matters the most? Or, honestly, when the team needs it the most? I'm pretty sure there's certain moments, you know, it's just the inconsistency is what I'm saying. With his scoring. He's able to attack the basket, dunk. Does he have any moves? I don't know. I can't really say. I mean, does he have a post game? I'm gonna say he's a below average post game. Same thing with shooting. Yeah, of course he has the stats, man. He has the stats. I give you that. But he's not on my GOAT list. He's not on my GOAT list just based on the debacles of when it mattered the most, did he show up? 1, 2, the whole teaming up thing, the whole Miami Beach Big Three, not 1, not 2 when they asked him about the championship, not 3, not 4, not 5, yada yada yada. But when it transitioned to the court, 2 out of 4 years they had 2 championships, but that alone, the teaming up, the superstars teaming up, is what messed up the competitiveness, of course. And also, I mean, of course, the hypotheticals. If he didn't team up to go win with, he's had so many superstars around him, you know, yada yada. But man, no, let me not just
peak,
Kevin Durant,
demon who could dunk on anyone. What was his big time flaw? Free throw shooting and his outside jumper. Someone like Kevin Durant,
majority of these, the main thing is leadership. The Kevin Durants, the LeBrons, the Kawhi Leonard, like where's the leadership compared to like the Larry Bird, the Magics, you know, the old school guys. You know, I'm pretty sure there's like battles of, hey, the modern NBA players are disrespecting the old school guys, and the old school guys are going back. Like, I'm gonna say this, man. I'm gonna 100% agree with the old school guys. I may be biased, who knows? I just love the old school basketball more than modern basketball. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion, to be honest.